Good morning through a dirty windshield. This is Primarily Vlogs and I'm Danielle. Today's December 6th. I'm giving you the date because today is our Virginia trim day and there's a very, very high possibility that I will not be uploading the video I take today. So down the road, at least you'll know what the date was. The day is really just too long. There's absolutely no way I'm going to get it done. That's okay. I'm not even sure, honestly, if this is going to get posted. I may get wrapped up and not get anything other than this intro, so whatever. I am running 15 minutes late at least, which is pretty typical. I did remember my hat, and I'm wearing my beanie, so my head is fully protected. We're good to go there. It's disgustingly rainy outside, and don't get me wrong, I appreciate the rain, love the rain. Don't love the rain on the Virginia trim day. Too many, small mountain roads. I don't love doing it when it's wet, but beggars can't be choosers, I suppose. We didn't have time to stop at the gas station to do any writing today, but I guess by the time you guys watch this, it'll already be posted, definitely. For me, in about an hour and 10 minutes, my first installment of Wintertime series on Patreon is going up. Wintertime Giving Your Horse Woes. Learn why. I hope you guys really enjoyed that one. It took too much time because it's big. But then I also I've mentioned it before, but I kept having other ideas pop up, more exciting ideas. So I kind of prioritized them and it kept getting pushed to the side. So it ended up taking me way too long to finish. But it's finished and I'm pleased. I think it turned out pretty good. I hope it's clear and makes sense and puts to bed a lot of questions, a lot of concerns people have that sometimes, it's concerning. Other times, it's nature doing what nature's supposed to do to protect itself. So I hope you guys really enjoy that. If you're not part of the Patreon, you should be. Go on over there and subscribe. Lots of cool stuff. I'm working real hard on it. People seem to be really enjoying it so far, so become part of the family. If you like the video, if you enjoy it, if you think it's cool, give me a thumbs up. It helps me out a lot. I really appreciate it. Makes me feel good. If you want to subscribe, then you can get a little notification when there's a new Primarily Hooves vlog, or I'm uploading the videos that I use on Patreon to YouTube. So even if you're not part of the Patreon, you can see those little videos. It might not make any sense, but whatever. I'm not one to judge. Here's to hoping we have a safe, successful day, and I'll talk to you later.
Liking these fluorescent filters so that when they get
Are you super cute?
missing,
a good old girl with muddy footsies. Yeah? What do you think? Hello? What? What? Oh, what? You've got muddy foots too. You do. Well, you just don't see that every day. 30-plus-year-old draft horse feet that aren't cracked or split or flared or looking like big old broken dinner plates. And you know what? That's sad. They shouldn't look that way. They look that way because they're either not being trimmed right, not being trimmed often enough, or not being trimmed at all. Trim your draft horses. I don't care if they're retired and you don't use them. You don't just throw grandma away when she can't cook Christmas dinner anymore. You take care of her. I know some people will throw grandma away, but as a society, I'm pretty sure we've all sort of come to the mutual agreement that that's not right. We take care of grandma, right? Grandma was good to us. We're good to her. Take care of your draft horses. Young or old, doesn't matter. Get your draft horses trimmed. They don't have to go around looking like cloven-hooved monsters. Before I forget, if your excuse for not trimming your own old draft horse is that they have arthritis and can't stand, get some herbal bute, go to your vet, get some regular bute, give it to them a few days before the appointment, the day of, and a couple days after, and it'll make a world of difference. Arthritis is no excuse, because these old horses with arthritis, it's even more important to keep their hooves in balance for mobility, right? To keep them lasting as long as possible, as pain-free as possible. So get yourself an NSAID and give it to them. It'll help them out so much. And with that, trim your babies. Yes, trim your babies. I am also so tired of showing up places, seeing 8-month-olds with swim flippers, negative palmar, growth plates that haven't even closed yet, right? Being ruined because we haven't trimmed their feet. And why haven't we trimmed their feet? Oh, because, well, we're not riding them yet. We're not doing anything with them. They don't need to be trimmed. Yes, they do. They're developing. That's a huge job. They're developing into the, hopefully one day, sound, reliable horse that you got them for, right? Trim your babies. If you homebred it, it should be starting at 2 weeks. At 2 weeks old, you and your farrier should be putting down baby's first breakover. Make it fun, you know? Trim your babies. This baby, client got at 8 months, at rescue situation, not handled, not trimmed, super long toe, negative palmar. And now from the top, you can't tell. But we worked hard on this one, right? She wasn't handled, she didn't pick up her feet. It took the client, she's new to horses, quite a little bit of time to get that going for us. But now it looks a lot better, though she's still having a treat for thrush because so they're started, so they go. And this little one, super long toes, no frog because she wasn't maintained. That's not fair to her, right? That's setting her up for failure. Trim your babies, teach them to hold their feet up. It's not your farrier's job to teach your baby how to hold its feet up. Our health insurance just isn't that good. Get them handleable. Oh, what was that, a crazy noise? Get them handleable, pick their feet up. If you need tips, I'm sure your farrier would be happy to give you some tips because they've been around, but go out there, play with your babies, get them trimmed, right? She's wondering what that tube of stuff is. She's about to get her central sulcus infections treated because yes, at her young age, she has central sulcus infections because she wasn't trimmed.
Got a GoPro?
Were you a good boy? Oh, yeah, were you a good boy for your trim? There you go. Yeah, it is. Oh, good boy. Good boy. Were you a good boy for your trim? Sort of?
This is I tried.
Yes, you tried. You did try. There you go. I'll give you that. Good boy. All right, have a good 5 weeks. Yes, have a good 5 weeks. Bye. I've got you up on the dash, so hopefully you can hear me. If not, I'll notice that later and I'll redo this video tomorrow. Because it's 9:30 and I'm not doing the video tonight. This will definitely be one that comes later. Virginia day is almost over. On my way home. Long day. I think I'm at 7, 8, 9, 14 and a half hours on the road. So, long day. It was a good day though. I'm happy with some of the horses. You'll see in the video a couple of them. We started out in Abington with Moonshine. There's several horses there, but I trim Moonshine. He's a founder who's been foundered for a very long time. His owner, current owner, rescued him and has done a wonderful job with him. He's not easy. I mean, if she had x-rays on him, we'd probably be missing the tip of his coffin bone. There's almost no doubt in my mind. You know, wants to grow a lot of heels, stay a little rotated, so we've started, you know, really lowering his heels, just really trying to, you know, rock him back. And, okay, and so 5 weeks ago, we used carpeting and kind of made him a custom pad to help lift his toe up, rock him back. The idea is repositioning P3, right, into a more appropriate angle. And he also has what I would refer to as prolapsed corium in the bottom of his foot towards the apex of his frog, but maybe, I don't know, 2 inches back, 1.5 inches back. On either side, they're like 1/2 inch, 3/4 of an inch in front of where his bar should terminate, because his bar had been run forward for so long. My theory is that that material, the compression on the sole corium, killed the bar material, and as we've been trying to remove bar from that area, there's nothing to support, and so he's prolapsed. And I was fighting that, and the issue is because it's prolapsed, it's lower than the plane of the sole, there's too much pressure on it. So when we played with our carpet padding, we built in relief, and I cannot. So then the owner left it on as long as possible, and she managed to keep it on for quite some time. And I cannot believe the difference. The whole back of his foot's like all that retained frog that the founders want to have. I mean, that all came out. The areas of prolapse that are usually proud of the rest of his sole, that flattened out. I mean, it was really cool. And so because it's so muddy, we didn't do any booting or padding for him this time, and we'll see if he needed to go another cycle with it or not. We'll just see. But I mean, absolutely floored. Then I also do her mare Dixie out there, and Dixie, she's very normal compared to Moonshine. She definitely, she deals with some sort of hormonal something, and it can cause some inflammation. She can have, her feet aren't terrible, but I'm also, intermittent digital pulses, things that, bloating, some things that I don't like. She doesn't necessarily keep me up at night, but if my client horses rented rooms in my brain, Moonshine's got, a master suite with ensuite bathroom, and Dixie's got small bedroom, shared bathroom. She definitely, I think about her, because it is curious. I'm not sure what the answer is yet. I hope to find it. I hope to figure it out. With all of them, you do the best you can, but you really always hope to find like the secret they're keeping, so you can finally hit the nail on the head and feel really good. The feeling you get when you know you've hit the nail on the head, the relief, not knowing that they're going to thrive. I mean, nothing beats it. Then out to Jonesville for Flicka and Rosie, the draft mare and the baby. Flicka, I've worked for her for a long time. Her owner is new to her. I followed Flicka to Virginia. Flicka used to be in Tennessee. Flicka was, if you've been following the Primarily Hooves Facebook page for any length of time, Flicka was one of the COVID horses we had to rehome. It's cool when you work on something for so long and you get to watch them, grow into really old age. She was old when I started working for her a decade ago. There's something about that. It's sad, but at the same time, it's, I'm kind of honored that I've gotten to be with her for so long. And it's just so cool to see how good draft horse feet can look when given the opportunity. And Rosie won the award for one of the best behaved today, which is a big deal because, she started so unhandled. Her owner's done a nice job with her. And new to horses, so that's a big deal, because it can be tricky when you're first starting out. And then last but not least, back into Tennessee to, I believe, Church Hill for midnight. I would imagine, even though it was pretty dark, totally black when we got there, I would imagine you guys can decide who midnight is. And oh gosh, he's perfect. Perfect body, great conformation. He's gated, and you don't, not to pick on gated horses, but you just don't see that. Fantastic body, beautiful feet. Just like you wish every horse was like him. Easy, easy to lose weight, doesn't get too fat too easy. When he is a little fat, he's not IR. He is just like your ideal horse. And then his brother Quincy, who Quincy definitely has hind end low back pain, so we definitely have to sweet talk our way through him. But his owners are so cool. They actually ended up buying if I'm remembering correctly, it's like a cold laser red light blanket, I believe. You lay it on them, and versus like a handheld unit like we have. And they are religious with his treatment, and I do think it's made a difference. I love when owners step up and do these things for their horses. The horses didn't ask to live with you. You should take care of them, and so that's really cool. I thought time-lapsing the drive would be a kind of neat idea, just because we do see so much beautiful countryside. What I do know, though, is that y'all have seen a lot of dash and a lot of windshield wiper today, because I don't have any kind of mount for, the car. I just have the camera like wedged between the dash and the windshield. So I really like the idea, though, because we see some beautiful countryside, and I'd love to share that. So I think I'm gonna get on Amazon and see about like a suction mount, off of the windshield, so the camera is sort of in the middle and you see more, out, and a little less dash. Because the dust on my dash is lovely, but it's not something you don't need to be staring at. All right, I am tired. Yes, I did pull into Taco Bell. Yes, I know better. But it's 9:30 p.m., 9:40. Dorito Loco Taco is calling my name, and sometimes you're just here for a good time. So that's all for tonight. I'm going to eat my taco and go to bed. Talk to you guys soon.